We are live. It says live, so I'm going to trust it. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not supposed to trust it. I'm supposed to check it on my phone to make sure. And I think that I'm hopefully a little bit better than I have been. My pages. Little Black Couch. Hey everyone, Aaron Stewart from the Little Black Couch. Thanks for joining me on this Friday afternoon. Looks like my mother is sending me texts. She's having some computer problems today. That happens. That happens with the generation of my mother. And yeah, so she's sending me screenshots of her problems on her computer. So it's going to just keep buzzing, and I hope that it's supposed to be somewhere in here though. I'm live in the city. My kids hate that. So thanks for joining me today. I'm pretty excited about today's show. It's actually one that came about from a conversation that I had with. No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not supposed to trust it. I'm supposed to. Well, that's quite a little lag there, isn't it? Okay, so I can make this quiet. Can I do my own comments? Hey. Oh yeah. I can even make my own comments on my own broadcast. Isn't that nice? Okay, so creepy, but nice. Oh, you know what? I don't like where that's positioned. I need to get it positioned right so when everybody joins me, when everybody comes pouring in to hear what I have to say, that I'm in the right spot. So yeah, everybody who wants to come in now, I've got you located just in the right area. So shoot away with your comments. I'll throw you right up. So anyway, Aaron Stewart from the Little Black Couch. Really cool discussion that we're going to have today, because I think it's going to help you organize your thoughts and for your business going forward. And it was based on a discussion I had with Nick yesterday. Nick Fitzgerald, our big friendly giant. I think he just says friendly giant, but he's big too, which is redundant because the giant is big. So anyway, he's our friendly giant, and we had a good discussion yesterday because he's got so much going on and how to organize it and how to keep it straight. It can get super confusing as a serial entrepreneur. So a couple hints to kind of help with that I think will be super duper helpful. So welcome back. Thanks for coming back and joining me today. Yeah, looking forward to this Friday, so it's kind of fun to go hang out with the family. It's a little late. It's 5:56 here in beautiful downtown Provo, Utah. So it's everybody's gone home. So I'm pretty much it here in the business park tonight, but pretty safe neighborhood. I'll be fine. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about first and foremost is how we structure our businesses going forward. So it was a really good question by Nick that he asked last night, and I hadn't really thought about how confusing it is, but I do remember the time in my life when I sat there and I had 3 or 4 businesses running, and so people keep asking you what you do for a living, and my wife would always just start to laugh because she never knew what I was going to say, right? It could be any one of a number of different companies, and they weren't all connected at all. They were pretty separate strategies and pretty separate businesses. So it always put me kind of in an awkward position because I would sit there and kind of go, okay, what do I think this person wants to hear? I mean, which business would they be interested in? Or are they completely bored in all of the businesses? And I would kind of panic a little bit. Like, I don't know what to tell them. And so, yeah, I'd watch my wife and kids kind of giggle. But they were under the same sort of problem as well, because when they were asked what, your dad does or what your mom does, they'd be like, yeah, I don't know. You'll have to ask him. I have no idea what he does, because everything was different all the time. So I went from a content management company to, we had like a syncing company. We had a digital marketing, SEO company. We had lots of different moving parts, transcription company. Yeah, so it was just kind of evolving and changing and going crazy all the time, and it was hard to keep track of. So I came up with a strategy quite a while ago where I just had, and it's so cool because I've seen the internet kind of catch up to where we're at now. And so I wanted to show a few examples of what people are doing now and kind of give you some ideas. And this is what I shared with Nick as well. It became really a lot easier for me to send people to one location. And that location was just tied to me. I made it super easy for them based on my name for them to go find me somewhere. And it used to be a hideous, ugly site, but thanks to the ease of ClickFunnels, it's now really easy to make a personal site and kind of throw them up there. So I wanted to show you a few examples of what people are doing and kind of give you an idea of what you can do yourself to kind of help represent your own business. So let's jump right in. I'll share my screen real quick and we'll take a look at, and it's this one right here. Yeah, there it is. So, wow, I'm still just a little square guy there. Okay, so this is Stephen J. Larson's. If you go to stephenjlarson.com, this is what Stephen has done to help us kind of keep track of what he's doing. And we know that he is very busy, right? And he does a lot of different things. He's got his podcast. He works with One Funnel Away Challenge. He has his funnel stash where he's built tons and tons of funnels that he likes to share with people. His live event is OfferMind. That's coming up, first week of September. Business Syndicate, I don't know what that is. But anyway, anything you wanted to look at, he's got it all right here. He's got his latest blog posts. You can go check him out on all his social media stuff here, right? So you can do it all right here over on the left-hand side. My cursor's not really working, is it? So, or latest podcast. So kind of cool. Upcoming events, OfferMind, there it is. We were just talking about it. And then some of his clients he's got listed down there. He's got a book coming out. So, okay. So Stephen can just tell people, hey, go to Stephen J. Larson and see what you're interested in. Okay, that's great. So another friend of ours, Russell Brunson, he does a very similar thing. I don't know who came up with what and who did it first, but very similar. He's about Russell. He's got it organized a little bit different. As seen on, kind of social proof. Cool, his early life, his career. I actually really like this one. This one's Russell does a good job here. Whoever put this one together has really done a great job. His books are really what starts his whole marketing thing. His whole company starts off these books, right? And if he can get you buying these books, then they run emails and funnels and things to you. So this one's actually, sometimes you just have a site where people can get to know you a little bit better in some of your projects. Russell really uses his now to market like crazy. So there you go. You've got a podcast. You've got his YouTube channel here listed. ClickFunnels is his company. Learn more about, so a really cool job of not only sharing who he is, but also what he's up to. So Russell can say, hey, just go check out russellbrunson.com and you'll see everything that I'm up to. Okay, so it's a great way to kind of clear your head. So have one site that's branded for you and then put everything on that where people can find what you've done, learn about you, and then they can kind of figure out what they're interested in. And if they want to work with you, they'll come at you with that angle. So Russell's done an amazing job here. I mean, really cool. Really, really cool. Another one, this one's obviously Tony Robbins, very similar thing, really clean, nice site. And he goes down through his live events, his private coaching, exclusive retreats, training programs, supplements, platinum partnership, right? So very similar to Russell's. He's used his to kind of get to know him and check out all my different opportunities for you, right? You've got his store and his experience. But again, this is located at Robbins Research International is TonyRobbins.com. So Tony can just say, hey, check me out on TonyRobbins.com. You'll find out everything you need to know about me. And to show mine after showing those that have gobs and gobs of money, hard to do. I mean, it's just stupid. So mine's going to look dumb, but this is mine. This is how I do it. So it's got my name. It's got, hey, I can help you build the business of your dreams without nightmares, and a few little benefits there. I list my current clients. I'd say, hey, if you want to learn something from me, here's your little offer. Click to sign up. And then I list, about me, a little thing about me. I list my brands, the companies that I started over the years. And then I go down and kind of throw in my Instagram feed. Or this is actually Facebook. Yeah, Facebook feed where you can come follow me on Facebook. This is the dumb little live I did today. Hey everyone, Aaron Stewart from the Little Black Couch. Has anybody noticed these little guys down here? What? Right? So cool. What? Hey, look at that. Russell Brunson's giving us a little Gears head thing in here. Hacker. How about that? Okay, so I've never seen these before. We were watching our nephew the other day, and this became one of our favorites. Have you seen this Baby Shark stuff? We don't have young kids, but we had our nephew over the other day, and we watched the Baby Sharks all the time. But anyway, I've got my Facebook feed here. It's got all the videos. This live right now that I'm finishing, as soon as I get done, it will be here. My Instagram feed actually it's still Facebook, I think. Yeah, Facebook. That it actually is fed from my Instagram page, so you can see it kind of has all graphics there from the Data Access Golf website, and then the podcast. This is an easy way to get to the podcast. And it's got a few episodes listed here as well. So that's kind of how I do it. That's my page. You've got better pages with the big fancy of Russell's and Steven. So I recommended to Nick that he just kind of think about his business, where he wants it to start. And I think you always start with personal branding is such a big thing right now, and that's why we're going live, and that's why we're doing all these things. That's where you start, I think, is the best way to go. We'll go ahead and take that off. So you just start with your brand, personally, who you are, and then let people get to know about you a little bit, and then give them an opportunity to learn about your businesses as well. And so if they catch you on live, or if they catch a podcast, or if they catch you out on the street, you can easily send them to a URL. So I always tell them ARS PhD. It's super easy. It's 6 letters, and it forwards to draaronrstewart.com. So I can write it down really fast. But, StephenJLarson.com, easy to remember because it's your name. They know you. If you have a business card, I've seen really cool the QR scan codes on the back. That can really help people find you. But then you just send them to one central location. You don't have to worry about telling them what you do. You can just say, yeah, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do a lot of different things. Here you go. And then they can go kind of find it from there and see what's going on in your life. So kind of a cool way to do it. Now, with all these different ideas, and I guess I'll bring it back up. So I'll bring my page back up. So now you're going to create probably a lot of different brands over the course of your life. You're going to have a lot of different ideas. And especially now we talk about staying focused on one and trying to get over $1 million. And I've never really enjoyed doing that because it's unbelievably boring, and I don't know if I'm ADHD or ADD. It doesn't really matter. I just like having multiple projects going on at one time so I don't kill myself, because I can get so bored so quickly. I like to jump from project to project and work on different things. So I've started a lot of different stuff over the years, which is fine. I probably could have been far more successful if I started less things and had less things going all the time, but I don't care. I've had a great time. I've absolutely had a ball. So, with some of this is the way I like to do it. If you start a new business, so I have, Canyon Sky Rain, obviously Aaron R. Stewart's sort of who I am, but Canyon Sky Rain is a company that I formed, and it is an irrevocable trust that owns Canyon Sky Rain LLC as a company. And again, get legal advice for this, but I love having a trust. I'm completely protected from people suing me. Like, if you come sue Aaron Stewart, good luck. I own nothing. There is nothing in my name. There is nothing here. I don't think I own this lotion. I mean, nothing, right? Nothing. I own not this, nothing. I mean, you cannot sue me and get a dime out of me because the attorneys did a really cool job of setting me up in this Canyon Sky Rain irrevocable trust. And it's super insulated, and I'll tell you why. And again, check with your attorneys and all this, but when it was set up, I was told that a good majority of politicians back in Washington, D.C. also have these trusts. And so they will fight like crazy to make sure that these trusts are protected. And the attorney that set ours up, set my dad's up and set a bunch of ours up, my brother's up, said that over the course of 40 years that he's been an attorney, he's had a number of people come in, like through divorce or, a business lawsuit or a personal lawsuit, and tried to name individuals personally and come after them. But the individuals had nothing. So there was nothing, it wasn't worth suing them because it was easy to see that nothing's in their name. And then if you go try to pierce these trusts, can't happen because Washington, D.C. protects them because it's also protecting their own money. Get it? So if you get on the side of Washington politicians and you just kind of do what they do, you kind of are pretty safe because they're never going to allow themselves to suffer a great big lawsuit. And because they're doing such horrible things up there, they have to be really careful. Okay, so that's why this is so good. So all of these different companies that I've got here, and that you can have dozens and tons of them. Okay, but you know what? We didn't jump in with Buddy. His head is exploding because of everything I'm sharing today. So wow, he's super excited. Thanks, Buddy. Yeah, so his head's exploding. He has no idea I was going to talk about this, but yeah, this is some big stuff. So so I've got a trust, and then I have this holding company, which is Canyon Sky Rain, which is the middle name of each of my 3 children. What? Stephen Canyon, Kedrick Sky, and Tacey Rain. Right? Beautiful. So, but that's how it was set up. And then each company that I form, I start as a DBA, doing business as. Super easy to set up, doesn't cost a lot of money. You still have the protection. So I set it up as a DBA, doing business as, and then any one of those companies. So it could have been AccuTrans, Solo SEO, whatever. I set it up as a DBA first and sort of like proof of concept. So these are the companies that actually went to LLC level. They actually became a corporation. But I've probably started, 20, 30, 40 more than this that never saw the light of the day. And so I never went through the rigmarole that it takes to get them to be their own protected entity. I would just leave them as a DBA, launch it as a business, run it through Canyon Sky Rain if any money came in. And then if they stunk, I just had to quit the DBA. I didn't have to go through the legal rigmarole of shutting a company down. I could just say, bump, DBA's done, don't renew it the next year. And they're cheaper, they're easier to set up, and they just automatically run under the organization that you have set up of the parent company. So in this case, it was, whatever. Anyway, Earth's Foods, it'd be Canyon Sky Rain doing business as Earth's Foods, or doing business as Solo SEO, or doing business as whatever it is, Edge Above. And then when the companies took off, then we would go ahead and create an LLC out of it. Then you can bring in different partners, you can do different things. But I like to start them as DBAs first, just in case they don't take off. Not everything you start is going to be successful and is going to generate enough revenue to warrant going out and paying taxes for that particular entity, right? And then and I like LLCs because it all flows up into me personally through the trust as a beneficiary, so it's completely protected. Another cool thing to think about, anytime you form an LLC, it just forms another layer of protection, right? So as soon as the company looks like it's valuable and somebody might sue it, I'll go ahead and fire up the LLC to give it a little added protection, just to make it harder for them to finally get to the trust where they get hammered anyway. So it's kind of fun just to do it that way. So those are the things that I would recommend for you. If you're a serial entrepreneur and you're crazy about it, make sure that when you have a new idea, and I must say that it's far different than it used to be. So when I have a new idea and I'm working on one right now, it will be a DBA. It is a DBA to start right now, and hopefully we're going to launch that soon. It's going to be very, very, very cool. Some of you know what I'm working on. Others of you do not, but it's so cool. Probably the coolest thing I've ever worked on. So I'm super excited about it. But that's a DBA. It will run as a DBA until it starts making money, and then it will be an LLC. And then I'll put its logo here as well with all the others. And then that gives you the ability to just sort of protect yourself, keep life as simple as possible. But I will say ClickFunnels and Russell and stuff, they have made this very difficult because you can go out and like find a domain name and set up a website. I used to just buy the domain name, but now it's so easy to I've been using Google Domains lately. Before that, it was GoDaddy. But you could just go there, buy the domain, point it to ClickFunnels, fire up ClickFunnels, run through and secure it, right? Do all the stuff that you need to do. I've said rigmarole a lot today, but do all the stuff that you need to do with wherever you've purchased your domain. Point it to target.clickfunnels.com. Point it to there. Run to ClickFunnels. Go to your domains. Start a new domain. Actually, I like to set up the funnel really quick so you have a page to plug. But then you set up your new domain. You secure it. It goes like this. You go back, choose a template, fire it up, throw all the stuff in there. You can have a web page up with ClickFunnels in like 20 minutes. After you've bought the domain. It's insanity. I used to think WordPress was great, and it would take me a couple hours to set that sucker up. You have to go install WordPress and then go grab something. And ClickFunnels makes it like so easy. It's unbelievable. So for a guy like me, it's probably made my life. I used to buy the domain, and it was so hard I wouldn't go any further. But now I can buy the domain and actually go mess on a website and throw one up really quickly. So I'm probably losing some time because ClickFunnels is so easy. But if I really want to go with it, it's ready to go super fast. So ClickFunnels is definitely fun that way. So hopefully that's helpful. Have a site branded to you. Put everything about you and what you're working on and everything there. And then everybody you meet, you might find that they're interested in different aspects. Still drive them here. Drive them to your site. And then they can find whatever they're interested in. You can tell them, hey, about halfway down, I've got OfferMind, if you're Steve Larson. And that's my upcoming show coming up. You can find all the information there. The cool thing about it, if you're any one of us that has a page like that, they might be drawn to one particular thing. But then if you've got all your companies and all your offers and all that stuff ready to go, then they can just consume content and bounce from product to product and see how awesome you are and maybe buy all your stuff. So that's a really cool way to do it. So set up a website for yourself, send everybody there, and then when you start different companies, set them up as DBAs first. Keep it super simple, and if they take off, then take and go turn it into an LLC. You don't need an attorney to do that either. Every state, you can just get online and run through a couple quick questions. You can get your federal ID number like in 10 minutes, and you can set up your company and just use standard organizational. You can just set up an agreement that is a boilerplate. Most of the states have those now. You can set up a new company and do all that super quickly if you want to go that route. Say go with an LLC. It's totally easy. It's really, really great. But DBAs are even easier. You can go file a DBA in a couple minutes, and then you're legally able to go set up a bank account, start taking money in for that brand, go get a brand, do all that. And then when you do go LLC, you just get online and say, yeah, I want this to be an official business that fast. Get your federal tax ID number. You're good to go. It's a really slick way to set up businesses. So easy to set up businesses now. Any questions about any of that? Happy to talk about it. Super easy, though. I mean, you can set up business. Well, I've shown you can set up businesses like crazy. It's not a big deal anymore. They've made it super easy. And the only people that really get upset are your accountants at the end of the year because they have to reconcile all these different things. But man, all the protection's cool. All right, that's it for me. Have a great weekend. If there's any questions or anything about business, about SEO, about entrepreneurship, about whatever, please shoot them over to me. I'm having a great time realizing that I know a lot of stuff. I didn't know I knew a lot of stuff, but I really enjoy getting the questions and thinking about them and realizing that I do have, usually have one crazy experience or another that fits and can get and can be helpful. So that's been cool to realize, and I appreciate all of you helping me realize that. It's been fun. Okay, have a great weekend. Until next time, Aaron Stewart from the Little Black Couch. You guys are awesome. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I never used it, but anytime I come up with something good, I'm going to go like this. Boom! I know it's kind of Stephen J. Larson, but it's not really his. Boom's been around forever, and that one's kind of a comic one, right? Boom! Like when something cool happens. So definitely set up your site and drive everybody to your personal site. Boom! Right? Emphasis. Anyway. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Maybe tomorrow if something comes to mind. But if not, I appreciate you so much. From the Little Black Couch, go out and do well and be good. Thanks.